Hello, I am going to be introducing you all to my setup today for our Sonic Alchemy class for my improvisation project. I am mainly going to be using the Buchla Easel command with a Eventide H90 effect pedal plugged in, using as well a SM58 or 57 microphone depending on whether I will be including vocal or instrumental lines during the performances as well. Originally I chose the Buchla Easel command because I'd always wanted to try out a modular synthesis system, and as one of the most iconic modular synthesizers from the 1970s, kind of developing that East Coast style that we all know, I really wanted to be able to try it out and test it for the first time myself. I did find a few limitations with the easel itself. It is excellent at creating textures within itself, and it's really amazing at having so much play within itself. But obviously there's only the two oscillators coming through with it, and it has a very specific sound, so it can almost draw the audience's attention away from the piece itself and more focus on the actual Buchla of it all. This led me to decide the H90 was quite a good addition to the setup here. The H90 itself by Eventide is an effect pedal with multiple inputs, so we can plug in both a microphone and the Buchla and affect them both in different ways, or the same way depending on how we rig it, and it really creates this amazing texture. And because of the ability to process through the H90 itself, it has just this amazing array and possibility that comes with it as well. It's not just a single pedal with one effect, it is multiple effects coming with a very useful app, which I also use during the setup just on my laptop to be able to understand a little bit more how to use the piece of equipment, as it's still quite new to myself too, but it is definitely effective in enhancing the textures, so to say. The dual input-output for the H90 is really a game changer for me within this setup, allowing me to not have to get too complicated within the system itself, only using the one pedal so that I can both use vocal, instrumental and the Buchla at the same time, but also being able to switch so easily between the sets in the pedal. Obviously it has its A and B functions, be able to flick between the systems itself, the presets that you can create, and the different effects we can use through the H90 itself really add to that rich texture of the Buchla already, as well as making it amazing the fact that we can have that joint nature coming through the pedal itself with the dual outputs. The delay, distortion, EQ, modulation, pitch transfers and reverb within the H90 itself really allow for such a plethora of sounds that it feels like it's the only pedal I would need in this setup to be able to create just a wide and wildly wide array of musical sounds. The only real downside I have found with the H90 although it has this dual effect system, you can only use them in a specific way. I'll show you on screen now the different ways we can go. You've got the two channels. You can either have one on one channel, both going in parallel, both in series, or the vice versa. The only disappointing thing is I would quite like to be able to have both of the systems coming through one channel. So having system 1 on itself and then system 1 and 2 on the bottom, instead of just only having system 1 and 2 or system 1 and 2 on the bottom. I'd like to be able to split it up a little bit more. Part of my inspiration for this setup itself was a YouTuber called Jeannie. She has done a lot of similar ideas in the past. When I was first playing with the Buchla Easel, she was someone who I saw doing more popular music style with it. So I wanted to kind of imitate a little bit of what she's doing there, coming through with the easel and the H90 with vocals coming across too. I felt like it really gave me a plethora to work with within such a small system, and to be able to have that compactness, but to be able to have the wide range of ideas. I can see myself running into a few issues with this system running down the line. Because of the dual system with the input and output, we can't use any more coming through the H90, so if I were to add another layer coming through, it would have to be separated from the system. That's not too big a deal, but it is quite nice having the compact nature within it itself. Also, I can see a problem maybe coming within a group performance setting. This is quite a setup with it in itself, like it feels very complete, very full for me. So with the inclusion of other people's instruments, I may need to dial back, scale back a little bit to be able to accommodate and blend in a little bit better within a wider performance setting. I'd like to now give you a little example of what the H90 and the Buchla Easel command can do together. So I hope you have enjoyed hearing about my setup and enjoy the following example.
Thank you.